YouTube. Welcome back, baby, to another episode of our Borderlands 4 pre-game series, where we pretty much look over every single Vault Hunter, their abilities, their trailers, and see what they're made of, essentially. The first episode was Vex, second one was Rafa, and today is Amon The ForgeKnight. To be completely honest with you, apart from Vex, Amon is the one that just looks crazy. Like, Vex looks so cool, but Amon looks like an absolute god, okay? And I mean, 2 axes, 1 fire, 1 ice. I mean, look like a Viking. You can't go wrong, right? So we're gonna dive into what he's about today. If you do enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, and also subscribe to the channel so you catch up on all the Borderlands 4 content that we will provide for you for the rest of the year and the year to come. All right, buckle in and enjoy the ride. Let's get into Amon. All right, here we go. Amon The ForgeKnight. Look at that, man. Just look at that. Godly. That's all I gotta say. Obviously, we got an overview of him. We got the character Short Demons that just pretty much came out yesterday, or for me yesterday, but for you guys probably it'll be like a couple days. So Amon was raised in a vault monster worshipping cult until the vault was opened and the creatures turned on everyone he loved. As the only survivor, he dedicates his life to finding and killing as many of these beasts as he can. Amon, a warrior poet, is introspective and unflinching to his duty, but despite his hardened appearance, he has a warm attitude, often regaling his comrades in arms with stories and advice earned through his travels. You can kind of get that through the other 2 shorts that we've seen. He's very like soft-hearted, like kind of jokey with the Vault Hunter, so that's pretty cool. He's not an asshole, you know. It doesn't seem like it. It's a highly customizable tank. Amon can use his weaponized drones to adapt to any situation, including a wide range of forge skills that add an extra layer of utility to every action skill. His forge arsenal lets him attack and defend as needed. Ready to pulverize enemies with a forge hammer, slice them in twain with forge axes, soak up damage with a force shield, and much more. Dude, what? Oh my days. Amon gains forge, so his ForgeKnight of Vault Hunter trait is forge skill. Amon gains forge skill depending on his equipped action skill. Forge skills can be activated by pressing and holding an action skill. Molten Slam Onslaughter action skill equipped. Press and hold action skill to slam a molten forge hammer into the ground, dealing incendiary melee damage to enemies in a large area. Gas. Firewall. It's essentially you deploy a firewall that absorbs enemy projectiles and grants friendly projectiles that pass through it increased damage and projectile speed. That's actually sick because oh my god, him and Rafa can be like a really, really good duo. Absorb damage is converted into vengeance if Scorch is active. Enemies near firewall take incendiary status effect damage over time. Wow, man. Wow. Double edge. This one, he throws a twinned forge axe, dealing cryo melee damage to enemies it passes through and returning to Amon, dealing incendiary damage on the way back. God, you can't tell me this guy's not gonna be broken beyond belief, bro. Holy hell. Wow. So, Onslaughter Calamity skill tree. Amon overloads his Forge Fist, gaining constant shield regeneration, bonus incendiary damage with guns, and increased movement speed. Wow, okay. Press action skill or melee to rocket punch, dashing to the target, dealing incendiary melee attack damage in a short range cone, and causing stagger. Bosses cannot be staggered, and badasses have a chance to get staggered. I like that. Makes sense too. You don't want to, you can't make a boss so easy. If you can stagger a boss, that's just gonna make it way easier. Badasses, that you should have a chance. Scorch. This one, he equips the forge shield that absorbs all frontal damage as vengeance. Whenever the vengeance meter is filled, forge shield provides damage reduction instead. Vengeance drains rapidly if it has not been gained recently. Okay, makes sense. If you press the action skill to launch a forge wave, dealing cryo ordnance damage to enemies it passes through, consuming vengeance to increase the damage dealt. And then you got Crucible. Now look at that, dude. Just look, just swinging. Oh man. All right. Charge skill 3. Amon readies forge axes that can be thrown and picked up off the ground to refund cooldown. Can throw a flame axe, dealing incendiary melee damage, or a frost axe, dealing cryo melee damage. Enemies damaged by the forge axes are primed for a duration and will detonate when they die or are damaged by a force skill, dealing damage to nearby enemies. Dude, what? You gotta be kidding me, bro. Nah, man. Skill tree, of course. That's the Calamity one. You got the Vengeance skill tree. And then you got the Cybernetics skill tree. Dude, this guy's gonna be broken. I thought Vex was gonna be wild. I think he's gonna be the best character in the game. No lie. Absolute, like, just straight up beyond broken. Imagine, look, his abilities breakdown video is 5-6 minutes long. Rafa's was like 2-3 minutes. Vex was like 3 minutes as well. This is gonna be wild. All right, let's see the official gameplay overview for Amon. Good old Gearbox in 2K, man. God bless. Skippy. Of course, bro. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. Crucible, Forge and Fire and Frost. Wow. Scourge, yeah. Frost Shield.
My end will be loud and red.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Just leave it to me.
Just dashes at him, bro. Yeah, that's so sick. Oh my days, bro.
Loud ending you wanted.
What the hell, bro? She's eating the guy. Oh no, dude. Nah, you gotta be joking me, dude. You gotta be joking. Oh, it's like all the Gilded Glory Pack pre-order bonus. One skin for all the ball hunters. Dude, it's like white and gold pretty much for all of them. Okay, that's pretty sick too. So that was his overview gameplay. I mean, that's just, dude, what? Yeah, I was not lying when I said that he's gonna be the most broken one. That was insane. That was an insane trailer. Let's see what he got to offer on his abilities breakdown here.
Amon is
Looks sick. Both like two different eye colors.
Poet who really does not like vault monsters. He is our largest character that we have ever made, even taller than Brick. He's a
Yeah, Brick was huge.
Destruction incarnate. Amon is all about hitting hard and hitting fast. He comes on strong and he pretty much finishes the fight. If you're the kind of guy who wants to get up into people's faces, take down enemies that are larger than you, and look good doing it, he's your guy.
100%. 100%.
Amon's cybernetics tree is all about summoning his weapons. He already summons them in his hands to, you know, slap people in the face, but he can actually also summon autonomous drones. So you can have a floating sword, a floating axe, and a floating hammer, kind of tag teaming up against all the adversity.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
One thing about Amon is that he actually gets what's called the Forge skill, and the Crucible's Forge skill, which is a secondary action skill, will actually see him take both axes, snap them together, and throw them at his enemies. It'll go out, it'll return, and it'll hit and damage people in both directions. And if it hits any of those axes, it'll also cause massive explosions.
Nah, I'm sorry. He's the best. He's the best character in the game.
His axes, both fire and ice. You have augments that allow you to change out the types. So not only can you throw the axes, which is what you start with, You can also change it to throw hammers, and you can even throw some swords. So for example, if you decide to stick with the axes, you have one where if you throw the ice one, you can actually pierce through enemies.
Amon's Crucible sees him take out 2 elemental axes. One is fire and one is frost that you can chuck into your enemies to deal massive elemental damage. And if you end up killing them, they'll actually explode.
What makes Amon's Crucible a really cool skill to use is it kind of sells this sensation of being this big hulking Viking when you're going around with your 2 forge axes, and you got one with fire, you got one in ice, and being able to just throw them around, pick them up, and chain it between enemies is something that feels really cool to do.
No way, bro.
Tree is all about taking lots of damage and dealing back out. Special mechanic for that tree is something called elemental affinities, where he will actually get rewarded for killing enemies with specific elemental types and doing different elemental attacks. So he can create a gigantic ground fissure to ignite his enemies. He can summon lightning bolts from the sky to zap them. It's a really good time.
Yeah, no shit.
This focuses in on his shield. More particularly, there's skills that will allow him to use the Forge Wave ability that comes from his shield to explode on enemies. You have something that allows him to taunt, which really helps if
He's
you're
a
actually playing
tank.
with friends, and we do encourage that. You can also throw the shield. For those of you who are familiar with the pre-sequel, that might feel a little familiar to you. There's also the option to use a spear instead of his whip, which when you throw it, it bursts into shock damage.
Yeah, the spear is dope. And did you see those big ass swords just come down?
Shield to absorb lots of damage, which will then actually transform into a elemental whip, where he can take that energy and toss it back at his enemies. The forge skill that is associated with Scourge is actually called Firewall, which, as the name might imply, makes a giant wall of fire that will deal damage to enemies who pass through it, block projectiles that are coming in, and buff your projectiles going
out.
What
Okay,
makes
that's
it
one that we read
really
about.
Badass is the sensation of becoming a tank. You get to whip out a shield and also a literal whip. So you get to sit there and just soak up damage either for yourself to give yourself some breathing room, or when you're playing with friends, get in the mix and drag the attention to yourself.
Exactly, yeah. Get the attention off them and just go ape shit on them.
All about bringing the fight to enemies. Empower your fist in so many different ways that I think players are really going to enjoy. The main mechanic is to actually cause weakness to your enemies, which makes them deal significantly less damage and take a little bit more damage. And there's specific ways in that tree to make those that you have inflicted weakness upon explode, and it's pretty nice.
For Amon's Calamity
Damn,
Shield,
Brad,
you
I
have
want to
the
play
option to
Amon.
allows you to really up your durability. This
Oh.
will allow you to buff yourself back up in order to stay in the fight a lot longer. You have the option for the Rocket Punch to change its elements to suit your particular needs. You even have the option to allow the punch to have its own follow-ups in order to actually execute enemies that are below a certain health threshold, which I'm personally always a fan of those kind of things. And
Yeah.
it also has the option to prime enemies, which is a thing that's unique to Amon, which allows him to detonate enemies under specific conditions.
Amon's skill Onslaughter gives him an empowered fist to punch his enemies and dash across the battlefield. You can use it over and over, and you can use it while you're mixing it up with your guns to get into close range with like a shotgun, so you can do a 1-2 punch. The associated forge skill with Onslaughter is called Molten Slam, where you see Amon take out a gigantic hammer and just slam it to the ground, causing pretty much elemental devastation all around.
No way,
This one
dude.
is particularly badass because you get this nice, big, meaty, like fire hammer. Whenever you just get that wind up and that big explosion that happens afterwards once you slam it down is a really satisfying feeling. But also you do get a cool rocket punch as well. Like you do get a couple little things in there, so that's always fun too.
I call an iron answers.
Insanity, dude. Like, now I'm jealous as hell of my boy, bro, because he called Amon, and I was like, you know what, that's fine. But dude, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. He will be the best character in Borderlands 4. My God, his kit, it's so versatile. It's crazy. That's a complete kit, in my opinion. That's a complete kit. He can do it all. He can absolutely do it all. Wow, man. That'll be the second player. The second character I'll play will be Amon for sure. For sure. It's not even close.
You have been lying.
Let's see what this short is about.
The corporations
want you to believe the vaults are dangerous.
This is the cult, right? Yeah.
They say they are prisons. Alien technology built to keep demons at bay. But I know the truth. On the other side of that arch lies a paradise. This world we live in. This is the prison. This is where the demons walk.
You do not want to open that.
Come to talk us out of it.
Do I look like I am here to talk?
Definitely not, bro. Nah, bro. This guy's a badass.
I have seen what emerges from those arches. I have watched them tear 100 soldiers apart in seconds. I have felt their teeth on my bones. I have lost enough, and now must walk alone.
Ah, I thought you said you weren't going to talk.
Oh my days, bro.
I told you.
Yeah, you're cooked. Holy hell, man. Oh, he broke the gate. Oh, damn. Okay.
It is safe now. You may.
Asshole! You've ruined all of it! I could have seen paradise!
No, you're stuck here
Shot him in the eye, right?
with the demons.
Dude, yes, rip his head off, bro.
And then
Okay, but the question was favorite ice cream flavor.
Nah, dude.
I had forgotten the joy of a shared fire beneath a brilliant night sky among kindred spirits and friends. The moment carried me away. Pistachio.
W Mans.
Did you know it is possible to squeeze a man's head so hard his brain turns into a diamond?
No.
I mean, under the right conditions.
Oh, I have it right here.
What? Oh, gnarly.
No way.
Dude, he likes pistachio ice cream too. Come on, man. That's my favorite. Oh my days. That's my favorite too, bro. Nah, I think it's meant to be. But listen, I'm in my word. My boy's playing Amon first, bro. Holy, 100%, hands down, best character in Borderlands 4. Cannot wait to be able to try him. So I am excited for that. Damn, man. Damn. Everything that he has to offer is just incredible. And he looks like a badass. And he likes pistachio ice cream. W Amon. Listen, guys, if you enjoyed this overview video of Amon The ForgeKnight, make sure that you leave a like, comment down below. Let me know who you want to play when Borderlands 4 comes out. Which Vault Hunter are you going with on an adventure? All right? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got a lot more videos coming out. We're going to do a whole playthrough of the game. We'll be, video by video, part by part on the channel. We'll also be streaming the game all the time. So make sure that you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on all the content we got coming your way. Love you all, and I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.